Beats and Feasts, you know what time it is. It's time for another cooking video, and today we're going to do something simple. We're going to do a good old chuck roast. But we're going to do it in a third of the time of the regular conventional cooking ways. We're going to do it in a power pressure cooker. It's only going to take about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And hey guys, if you like it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you share the video. Let's get started with a good old chuck roast. Alright, so here we go with the supporting cast. Pretty simple. We got a chuck roast. Nice big chuck roast I got from, I think I got that from Sam's. And we got some carrots and potatoes cut up there to go in there as well. And then this is some celery and some onions. And that's just for flavoring. That's going to go in the pressure cooker as well. As far as seasoning goes, some rosemary, some thyme, some beef, bouillon cubes, some Lowry seasoning salt, and I got some Lipton beef and onion stew or soup mix. Salt and pepper to taste, garlic, and then you can use your favorite Cajun type seasoning. I'm using the bone sucking sauce. I love that seasoning. So that's all the seasoning that's going to go in it, but it's going to be super flavorful. So let's get started with it. Alright guys, so the first things first, we're going to season up our beef. And we're going to start with some salt and pepper. Pink Himalayan sea salt, you know how I get down. Give it a nice dose of salt. On this side, it's a big piece of meat. It's got to penetrate, guys. Some black pepper. We're going to hit it with some Lowry seasoning salt. And I'm going to pat that in. Just like that. Then we're going to go in with our bone sucking seasoning. We're going to pat that in. Then we're going to douse it with a little bit of rosemary here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to save the rosemary until I get to the pressure cooker, and we'll put that inside the pressure cooker. We're going to flip this over. Again, we're going to go in with our salt. Same thing we did on the other side. Some black pepper. Some Lowry seasoning salt. And our bone sucking seasoning. And I use this stuff on everything. I use it on steaks, roast, ribs. This stuff is just good. If you can pick it up, you can get it online. That's where I got it, Amazon. But we're going to pat this in. We're going to turn our pressure cooker on sear mode now. Basically, that just means we're just going to be turning it on without putting the lid on it. So we're going to sear this off and get some color in it. Alright, so I'll meet you over the pressure cooker. Here we go. So we're going to take our roast and we're just going to put it in the pressure cooker with just a little bit of oil. And we're going to sear this off. Pour the rest of our seasoning in there. We're going to sear this on both sides. Get a little bit of color, another depth of flavor. The searing adds to it. But I'll show you as I flip this over. There you go, I turned it over. You can see the color I've gotten on this side. It just adds another depth of flavor. It's not a necessary step, but it's one that I like to get that flavor in there on. So, we're going to sear it on the other side. And I'm going to start adding my ingredients here in just a moment. So, I've seared both sides. So now we're going to start adding our little bit of other seasoning and ingredients. So I'm going to add my onions and my celery right to that mixture. Just pour them in. Alright, like I said, I'm going to add a little bit of rosemary to it. I love me some rosemary. And then I'm going to add a little bit of thyme. We're going to add our onion soup mix to it. Both packages for this size of a roast. And then we're going to go and we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of garlic. I'm using minced garlic. Don't let anybody tell you how much garlic you can use. Because if you like the taste of garlic, put as much as you want in there. It's your food, no one else's. Especially if you're cooking for yourself. Alright. And the last bit, I've got my bouillon cubes in 1 cup of water here. I'm going to add that to the mixture. And then I'm going to add a 2nd cup of water. Alrighty. So we're going to stir this around in here just a little bit. Get it mixed up with the beef and the water, celery, onions. Alright. Potatoes and carrots are going to be a little bit later. I'm going to cook this for an hour. And about an hour and 25 minutes or so. And then we're going to put in our potatoes and carrots. They don't take very long to cook. So next thing we're going to do, put the lid on the pressure cooker. Knock it down. If you don't know how to, I got plenty of videos to show you that. Alright, this one's simple. We're just hitting the meat chicken button. Increment it to high. Gives you 1 hour. You start going around and around. I'll have to come back and reset it for another 30 minutes once it gets close to being done. That's all there is to it. I'll see you guys in seconds by YouTube time, but it is going to take about an hour and a half. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour and 25 minutes or so. And I am going to take out the meat. It is absolutely fall apart tender. So I got to be careful when I do this. Probably won't get it out in one piece. As you can see, it is definitely fall apart. Super tender. And we're just going to put that aside over here. And alright, so to this gravy that we got here, or these drippings that we got here left from the meat, I'm going to do a little bit of a cornstarch slurry to thicken those up just a little bit. Cornstarch slurry is nothing more than I'm going to use about half a cup of water and about a tablespoon of cornstarch. We're going to mix that up in cold water. And I got the pressure cooker on sear mode right now. So I am basically heating it with no lid on it, so it gets up to a little bubble here. So as you can see, it's starting to boil up. I'm going to take my cornstarch slurry and pour it in and stir at the same time, and it's going to start to thicken up a little bit. Just going to make a nice little gravy for it. As that's thickening up, turn off my pressure cooker, and I'm going to add my vegetables, my carrots and potatoes, right to that gravy. I'm going to stir those around in there a little bit. I am going to grab a spoon here so I can taste where the salt content of this gravy's at. I'm going to add about a half a cup of water. Well, about a cup of water, I should say. Add that to the mixture. There's a little too much salt for me, but that'll cook down nicely. Carrots and potatoes are in there. Only thing else I'm going to add is some black pepper. And we're going to let those carrots and potatoes cook for about 6 to 7 minutes in the pressure cooker. That's all it's going to need. There you go. Good old homemade pot roast in the power pressure cooker in a quarter of the time. Took about an hour and 45 minutes. In a pressure cooker, that would be, what, 4 hours or 8 hours, depending on what setting you have it on. But hey guys, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for that bite. Give me a second, let me get it. Good old homemade chuck roast in the power pressure cooker. It don't get a whole lot better than this. It's just a good savory meal in a quarter of the time as a slow cooker. Now I'm gonna get that bite. When I say no knives required, no knives are required. Look at this. Look at that, just fall off the bone. We get a potato with that bite. Hey guys, if you liked the video, make sure you just go down below and like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you share the video. And hey, this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.